We're on the last day of field peas. We've got probably our biggest challenge with the spray that didn't work because of the lack of moisture in the spring on it. Pre-emergence. Anyway, it's probably the weediest we've faced. We're going to save the weediest end for last. We're going to go across and cut on the other side, which is similar to this. But it'd be nice to be done with it. But man, if you look on the ground, you can see lots of peas on the ground that the rain opened up. Okay, well, that rain event that happened earlier this week, we've really never have had, when we've been raising peas, that we've had a rain event come through and then cause a loss of peas, not because of hail or whatever, but just being soaked. The pods, when they're dry, when they're soaked, they expand, and then when they dry out, they shrink. And when that shrinking happens, it just pops open the pods. And if you can see down in between the furrows, there's quite a bit of peas that are shelled out of the pod. Fortunately, I did not see any of that the last few days since the rain, because we were cutting them wet. I don't think they fully dried yet. I didn't notice that much, but boy, I'll tell you, last night when we got onto this field, I going, whoa, there's a lot of peas on the ground. So not much you can do about it. It's still making around this field, maybe 9. I bet there's 3 bushels maybe on the ground. So it can't help that, but I'm glad this is the last day, because there's another rain event coming up here tonight and through the weekend, which is going to stop our harvest of the winter wheat, because we're going to transition over to harvesting our winter wheat. So that's going to be put on hold for a few days, but it'd be nice to get this done. And then chewing through these weeds, oh my gosh. Like I said, the CVT transmission in these combines, driving that rotor, I wouldn't surpass it, or pass by a combine if it had it. If it didn't have it, I'd go look for one that does. Hats off to Case IH on that patent of driving the rotor. It really comes to our advantage in these kind of situations. No burning up rotor belts. Okay, just finishing this field, then we head over to the next one. Well, that is a relief. Done with peas. Whew. You guys are more relieved than I am. And I haven't man. But it is time to change out some modules. So we've got the large wire and skip wires in here, and so we are going to swap out to some new stuff in this combine. We're going to try a different side of modules we've never tried before, so we're excited to do that. That one we're going to keep the traditional small wire hard thresh, see how that one goes, but let's check out the new modules. So here we go. Some people call them concave, some people call them modules. I don't know. You pick, you choose. Concave module. You can call them codules. Codules, we'll do that. This is what we've been running. Some of these are going in B-spine over there. But Clifford gets these shiny guys. These are the Mad Concaves from Bushel Plus. They're a little different design. So we flip this over here, and let's flip over this one. So typically, these are just bars. This is a hard thresh module at the moment, or codule, I'll say. And you see all the little wires in it? This one's a little thinner. So this is just a regular small wire. That's the hard thresh. These are different. They don't use wires. They mold like flat iron, and there's 2 sizes here. There's a larger and a smaller, front and back. So these are supposed to be really good in grains, cereals. We're excited to try them. So we're gonna put these ones in Clifford because Dad gets the nice stuff. and he'll see if the sample's different or how much better it is from that and the other ones. Now granted, these are brand new, so wait, hang on a second. All right, that was important. So, because these have fresh edges, initially it will thresh better. That's definitely gonna happen. You just, anytime you got new, in any type of threshing situation, it looks really good off the bat. But what'll be interesting is when these get a little bit of wear on it through the season, how do they compare to those? So we're excited about running these. So let's go throw them in. I need a skid steer because I'm not carrying that pallet by myself and the combine's way over here. It's been a good machine for us. Really loving this case steer. The tracked version we had was beautiful. It was red, it was gorgeous. There was only a couple of those made, but just the tracks didn't fit well here. So I wish this one was red like that one, but you know what? We'll stick with this. Oh, are you gonna stay on there? I moved it around. It was nice and perfect. It'll stay. But no way that's coming off. Alrighty, let's see. It's an 18, 18, perfect. All right, one mad concave going in. Or did I say concave? I meant moncave. This is the narrower one for the harder threshing, so you always put that in the front. Let's see here. They're not heavy, but they're not light, if that makes any sense. All right, let's see here. Twist it sideways. Doesn't want to go in all the way. This is a left. It's got the L on it right there. This is the left side of the combine. What is going on? Some get bent a little bit. It is not going to go in there. Okay, that one fit. I got the second one in. It's not the modules. I'm pretty sure the main frame of this whole concave assembly is bent a little bit. A rock probably caught the corner here, probably this season. And so I got this bar. I'm gonna have to try to slam it, see if I can get that thing to bend. That's a thick piece of iron. That's gonna be tough to bend. But I'll beat on it a while and we'll see if I can get it straightened out because it's pushing this out just enough where it can't close tight. So let's start whammering. Wham, wham. Just beat the snot out of it. There we go. Need some help? No, it's a one-man job. Combine must have got a rock in it and it bent the frame in here. So I'm having to try to bend it back. Oh man, bent. You can see it. This part here caught a rock on the other side and it curled this over towards me a little bit. So this concave isn't fitting flush against his face. So I can't get these top bolts in. Oh, how do you do it in the Midwest? I am sweating a storm. We even have low humidity here. That'd be miserable. There we go. The hardest part is you gotta tip them sideways a little bit. Otherwise they bind. And that's just not easy to do with this thing on your back. Oh, then it binds. And if you're not careful, you get your forearms pinched right there from this thing on that. There we go. Got him. Here's what I was fighting. Woo! That happened this year. I did not put it in like that. A rock caught this corner and just twisted that all up. I'll check the rafts bars and see if anything weird looks weird here, but that corner right down there needs bent back. But I managed to get that one in, so like I said, we're gonna run it. And then I'll deal with it next year. There we go. Alright. That's how they're supposed to go in. Now to do a B-spine, but you guys already saw this, so we don't need to show you that. I'm sure it's going to be way harder than this. All right, I think we're ready. Took a couple hours, but these things are wheat ready. So they're going to run them out to the winter wheat. We're going to try to get in some of our better winter wheat, because with all the rain they got forecasted, I guess I haven't told you guys, but they got, I don't know, man, we'll see if it comes out. They got a bunch of rain forecasted starting in a day and a half, and the first part of next week. And if it happens, it'll probably shut us down for a while. So we're gonna try to get the good wheat as much as we can get cut as we can, because rain on wheat is okay for a certain extent, but eventually it starts bleaching the wheat. It creates what's called falling numbers. They test for it. If you got it, you get discounted pretty heavily at the elevator. Makes your wheat worth a lot less. So not good. So you don't really want to get it rained on if you can avoid it. So we're hopefully gonna start harvesting the best crops first, get that off, and then I think it's time for that. I'm pretty excited for that. Now I know the face is dirty, deal with it. There goes Dad, there goes Brandon. I'm gonna grab a pickup. Oh hey, look, it's leg arms. What's he doing? Doing leg arms things. That's what he does. Yeah. That's what he does. A lot of backwards driving. Pretty good at that. Yeah, along with combines getting stuck, Pummins has been stuck too. Can't leave it out. Let's see what else we get stuck. Let's just hope it's not the 700. We don't want that stuck. Nope. Caught that with my foot. Moisture sender. Tester. Okay. Am I logging? It's making, it says about 10 underneath all those weeds, 8. I'm running around that 90 plus engine load. About 3 miles an hour in this stuff. But it's amazing it's taking it in and spitting it out. Well, they checked. Moisture's 12.6, so we're perfect for harvesting. Loss is really good. Not much coming out of the back of the combines, but I checked, there's a decent amount on the ground from that heavy 1.5 inch rain that came down in like 20 minutes. So it didn't hail the heads. There's no shattered heads. There's no hangers from hail, but just must have just opened up a couple kernels and dropped, I don't know, maybe not kernels, a couple shells and dropped the kernels on the ground. I don't know. So who knows? With that, we're done with peas. Bins, I hope half full, but I don't know. I haven't checked. And we're gonna move to the next West Steel to get ready for some winter wheat, because those trucks are filling fast. The yield monitors on combines, which aren't calibrated, which we'll hopefully be able to calibrate soon, we're saying 20 to 38. So let's just say 30 bushels an acre in some of that winter wheat right now. It's not great, but that's a lot better than we've seen the last couple of years. So 30 bushels still moves a lot of grain for us. We need to get this over here so we can start dumping trucks. All right. Leg arms is going in. Let's go take a look what the inside looks like. Because we obviously did this before, we started harvesting, right? Made sure there was not a squirrel or a raccoon or something in there. Got enough string? So we're tying the Sure-Trax bin sensors down. We just use fishing line. There's 4 of these per bin, and they talk to a central box on the side that takes atmospheric pressure, fan settings, humidity, dew point, all types of stuff, and basically determines the condition of your crop in the bin and lets you know on your phone if it needs the air on or not. And then you can hydrate your crop if you need to. You can dry your crop, you can monitor it, shows hot spots. It's pretty cool. So yeah, the AGI SureTrack system, it's been awesome in these bins. I wouldn't have big bins without it. Not in this country. All right, just dropped leg arms off. First truck, winter wheat of 2025 is just about to leave the field. Didn't take long to fill that thing up. A lot faster than it's been for peas. Woo! Oh, that's a sad story. All right, what do we got here? Looks like they got one pass back, and then we're gonna jump across the county road and start that one over there. Doing a good job cleaning that grain, wow. He can open his sieve up a little bit. That's probably a little too clean. Let's see what this one looks like. That's got the C&H modules. That's got the MAD modules from Bushel Plus. Obviously, who knows how they're set, but that looks very similar. Very clean too. I notice this grain's got kind of a unique smell to it. Not a normal wheat smell. And that rain, the heads have a little bit of a black on them, so kind of looks like a little bit of fungus. I don't know. That doesn't smell like fresh grain like it should. Yeah, oh, my face is so dirty. Ignore that. Working. Hardly a single unthreshed kernel in the entire thing, but I do see a couple peas still. Still shaking out of that combine. All right.
Have to cut the seals off down there.
I knew this was here. Nuts. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, it doesn't look like a low spot, right? I was just trying to get on the county road. My dad was turning around right here with the combine, and I was going to go around and try to help Brandon because he was stopped with the combine, and I was like, well, let's get up on the road and then go back over, and well, that's right where that puddle was. It's sloppy. So I do have chains, but leg arm spring and a yank them. Rope, and we'll try to pick up first, see if we can yank this thing out of here and get me back on the road. And then I did not try to get stuck, guys, I promise. As soon as I put four-wheel drive and tried it once, I was like, nope, we're waiting for a rope. Oh, cool. My truck arrived to pull me out. Let's see if it can do it. Yeah. It's that guy.
Ice cream truck, but I got something else. You want water?
You got a rope? Oh, settle down, Sparky. But she's full of water too. It's not gonna slip, that's for sure. See if that old cat can get this thing out. Do you have a receiver hitch? I probably got one in the pickup. Somebody to grab the yankum. So we're not using the yankum. We're gonna use the chain, not that one. No, this one. No, we're not using that. We're using that one.
I knew you had this chain in there, so I was like, well,
yeah, no, I know. Yeah, we do. Should put it here.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Just in case. Oh yeah, I'm thirsty too. Drink this water. lot of lightning going on back there. They said there was a bunch of thunderstorms going across northern Montana right now, in central, but wasn't supposed to be any over us today. Tomorrow, though, I think they're talking quite a few, so we'll see what happens. But she's booming down there.